I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light on Light Through episode 276, my review of the season 1 finale of Severance on Apple TV Plus. And wow, we could see from almost the very beginning of this stunning season 1 finale that we were going to be in for some utterly game-changing revelations. And of course, there are spoilers ahead. So, unless you've already been severed and this is your innie listening, so your outie won't know what I'm saying, if I were you, I would wait until I saw the season 1 finale before I listened to the rest of this review. So let's start with two of those revelations that are significant indeed, but hardly the most powerful, that roll out before the episode is over. There seem to be, I don't know, maybe rockets or spaceships in Irving's Audi black gut paintings, or black gook paintings. Actually, they're both gooky and they seem to come from his gut with the furor that he paints them. Anyway, chances are the spaceships don't mean that Irving came from another planet. But is his Audi a retired astronaut? Who knows? The other early revelation worthy of note is Dylan has to continue to keep his hands on those levers in order for the innies to continue in their outie bodies. With his arms spread widely apart to keep his hands on the levers, this is no easy job, and Dylan almost looks like he's in a state of crucifixion as he gives life to his innie friends in the outside world. And then things get really interesting. Helly's Audi is an Egan. That is, she's a member of the family of the Egans who run Luman, and she's daughter of the Egan who invented the severing chip. No wonder Luman took her attempted suicide so seriously. And even more incredible, Mark's innie learns that his outie decided to go for the severance procedure because his outie couldn't deal with the death of his beloved wife. Now, we the viewers knew that already, but in a shocker to top all shockers, Mark's innie then discovers that she's not dead at all. And in fact, she's the shrink or social worker or whatever the title is of the woman who talks to the innies and asks them questions which seem inane to us outies, all in an effort to help them better adjust. No wonder we saw some sexual energy between them in a previous episode. Irving has a far less momentous conclusion, or so it seems, to his innie's brief inhabiting of his Audie's life. We last see Irving furiously knocking on Bert's Audie's door, who Irving has seen living happily with another man. But before we find out what happens with Irving and with Helly and with Mark, their innies are severed from their outer bodies. Milchick, contacted by Harmony, it turns out she's still loyal to Lumen after all, breaks in on Dylan and ends his literal leveraging of his innie colleagues. We'll need to find out what happens next year, in the next season, when I'll be back for sure with reviews. That is, unless Lumen somehow gets to me too. And I hope you enjoyed this review of the season 1 finale of Severance. I'll be back here soon with a review of the finale. There is only one very short season, unfortunately, of The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. So I'll be back here in the next day or two with a review of the last episode in The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. I'll also have a review of a series I just started watching, Slow Horses, and who knows what else. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and do what you can to help those brave, brave people in Ukraine fighting off those depraved Russians.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplot2savesocrates.com.
Paul Levinson spills code about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.
Yeah.